Hi, I'm Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge, and welcome to How to Create a Trance State, 3 intriguing ways to prepare your clients for hypnosis. It's all going really well. You've been talking normally with your client about how to address their issues, building rapport, setting goals, and now you're ready to do the hypnosis. Your client shifts awkwardly in their seat. Faint lines of strain appear on their brow as they politely close their eyes, as instructed, while you whisper theatrically into their straining ear. Something doesn't feel quite right though, does it? Okay. Where's that deep, relaxing trance state you need to work? Your magic. Where is the trance state? The problem is, your beautiful hypnotic induction will almost certainly feel artificial if your client hasn't been nicely prepared for hypnosis, so that going into hypnosis feels utterly natural as a consequence of what's gone before. A sudden switch from conscious logical awareness to inner creative absorption can be a leap too far for some people. Putting someone into hypnosis should feel like the perfectly natural and even inevitable result of what's gone before. If you're intentionally using surprise as a hypnotic induction, then you should know exactly why you're doing so. But for the most part, I think trance work is more effective and productive if we soften up our clients for trance beforehand, taking them in and out many times before we ever get to the official hypnosis, so to speak. So here are 3 ways you can prepare your client to feel gradually more and more trancey using the natural conversational style of the pre-talk. So, step number 1, describe their unconscious mind. When we hypnotize someone, we need to disassociate conscious from unconscious experience. This is sometimes called splitting. During the pre-chat, I might talk about the differences between conscious and unconscious awareness. Talking in this way is in itself hypnotic, and that's the point. I might say something like, now there's a part of you which is separate from the conscious you listening to me right now. And that part knows how to produce dreams at night. It knows how to relax you deeply. It knows how to grow your hair, digest your food, and blink, all beyond your conscious awareness. It knows more than you do about many things that happen in your body and in your mind. And it's that part of you that I want to talk to when you go into hypnosis. Talking to someone about their unconscious mind is extremely hypnotic and a great way to conversationally kickstart the hypnotic process. Simply by adding slight emphasis to certain phrases or introducing a tiny pause at appropriate points, you can enhance the hypnotic quality of what you're saying without yet fully engaging your induction tone. So for example, now there's a part of you which is separate from the conscious you, listening to me right now. And that part knows how to produce dreams at night. It knows how to relax you deeply. It knows how to digest your food and blink and pump blood around the body, all beyond conscious awareness. It knows more than you do about many things that happen in your body and your mind. And it's that part of you I talk to when you go into hypnosis. Okay. 2, describe hypnosis to induce hypnosis. Describing a hypnosis is hypnotic, but it doesn't feel like a formal induction because you're just describing hypnosis. But if you deepen and slow your voice a little, adding subtle emphasis as described, you signal to the client's unconscious mind, without actually spelling it out, that it's time to go inward. Just like a storytelling voice. The child knows that it's time. I might start to get the client drifting subtly in and out of trance by talking about the nature of what they're soon going to experience more deeply. So I might say something like, when you go into hypnosis, you just start to feel a little dreamy. Sometimes you start to focus on sensations in the body, like comfort and warmth in your hands, or you begin to notice that breathing and the way it slows a little. And often the eyelids start to feel a little heavier like they're feeling sleepy. And sometimes images flit into your mind of pleasant places, like the way the sky looks so blue on a summer's day at the beach, or the birds sing in the woods sometimes. And when people drift into hypnosis, the muscles in the face often start to smooth over. And you pay less attention to the room around you as you really just start to forget about all that and drift inwards. So you see how a conversational description of hypnosis can start to serve as an indirect hypnotic induction itself. So practice this and you'll find your client's face is smoothing over and their blink response is steadily slowing before you can say, this is just a chat we're having. Okay, so vicariously they start to go into hypnosis. 3, talk about other people's experience of hypnosis. So we all relate to other people's experience. This is why watching movies and reading novels can feel so compelling, because we identify with the characters and on one level we feel what they feel. You can use this in your hypnotherapy sessions by describing how you hypnotize other people and what happens to them. For example, I was helping someone go into hypnosis the other day, and he asked me what he needed to do to go into trance. And I said, all you need to do is nothing at all, except focus on my words. And whether you listen to them consciously or unconsciously really doesn't matter. And as you start to relax now in your arms and the way that you breathe, deep rest into those hands and legs, sometimes you'll be consciously aware, and sometimes your mind will drift, and it'll be as though you've stopped consciously listening to me. And both those responses are fine. Now this is interesting because although ostensibly I'm talking about what I said to another person, the person I'm talking to right now hears all the words in that way as if I'm talking directly to them. This is the famous embedded command technique used when the context of talking about someone else is applied to the experience of someone talking to you. So the effect is that the client doesn't feel any pressure to respond in any particular way, because basically you're just talking about what you said to someone else. Okay, although the message, of course, is for them. The beauty of this method is that in addition to adding emphasis and pauses, and as I just did then, you can also go into your full induction mode in the appropriate places, moving back out again as required, thus priming your client for what is to come. So using these kinds of approaches is a seamless way of introducing hypnosis into your clinical practice, so that by the time you're ready to do the hypnosis, your client could be finding it rather hard to keep out of hypnosis. So I hope you found that useful, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe, and if you want to hear when my next video is published, hit the notification bell below. I'm Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge, and if you'd like to subscribe to my email newsletter, you can find it over at unk.com/blog. That's unk.com/blog. And thanks for watching.